So I wanted to do this last night. I nearly came on last night to do this, but the thing that stopped me is I'm kind of lazy sometimes. And we just had a lot going on last night. So here I am to talk about this. I've been watching this and just laughing. It's been horrible. It's been wonderful. I'm here to break it all down as much as I can. Okay, if you don't know who I am, I'm Suzanne Titkemeyer. I used to sorry, my nose is all running now. I used to write a blog called No Longer Quivering for Pathos for nearly 10 years, a daily column. And now I'm doing this and doing my own thing and working on my book. Don't bully anybody I'm going to talk about. Don't bully that troll. Don't bully Molly Go Lightly. Nobody. And if you could do the YouTube things, I'd be super grateful. Thank you for being here. Christine, I know everybody warned Molly Go Lightly that this was what that troll does. And she chose to go live with her. I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with this Marvan McRae, Dre McRae nonsense. It just looks like a really bad situation where family is fighting. There's weird stuff going on. Marvan is in the hospital, and everything I'm reading and hearing about, it sounds like he might be brain dead or damn close to it. And I'm looking at this and Dre not letting him be off lurking from Palm Springs. I'm jealous, girl. At least he got shopping there. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, muy bien. ¿Y tú? That's about the limit of my Spanish. My Spanish is very limited. So it's a bad situation. Families are involved, and you and I all know. Bossy, that I'm not sure of. Something about an accident, and then somebody else said it was in a helicopter of the military that crashed. There's a lot of conflicting information going on out there, and I'm not seeing anything that's legitimate that gives you the 100%. So there's that. So I don't even know how he ended up in that state. I do know that once you're brain dead, there's not a lot they can do for you. And I know for a fact that medical personnel will not try to keep you alive forever. They will start telling the family, hey, you got to let this person go. You have to unplug the machinery. So that's terrible. I'm laughing at what Bossy said. That's how I answered too. Let me think how to say it. Yes. So nobody knows for sure how he got that condition. He's in a coma from apparently trying to take his life by rope. Oh, Christine. Okay. That makes sense. But if he's brain dead, this is going to end and not well soon. Because even if they keep you on the machinery, eventually, and this happens with coma patients too sometimes, even without brain death, eventually your organs start shutting down. And with my father, we couldn't donate anything, unfortunately, because he had type C hepatitis, contracted from a transfusion that he received when he had a triple bypass. So the best you can do a lot of times in these cases is make the horrible decision to unplug them from life support. And what I keep hearing about this case is the family's fighting over that. They're fighting over access. They're fighting over everybody wants to see what's going on there. It's a terrible situation. So in the middle of this terrible situation, that troll trumps in. She trumps in. She starts throwing crap every which way, starts speculating without having any knowledge of any of this, without having any knowledge of what happens with brain dead people, what happens, just what little she's been able to glean on the internet. And somehow she hooked up with Molly Go Lightly, and Molly Go Lightly's buddy, and they all start live streaming together. Okay, I think everybody in the world tried to warn Molly Go Lightly. As somebody pointed out yesterday, our Reddit OACB has over 10,000 members, so that's a lot of people to be blocked. She accused his wife of unaliving him. Christine, I saw that too. So she herself is just throwing out all this information that nobody knows if it's true or not. My mom's mom had a brain aneurysm and she was brain dead, but they kept her on life support so certain people could come to say goodbye. Oh, that is terrible, Bossy. That's kind of what happened with my father. He had a massive stroke and they kept him alive long enough for me to get there and to sign the paperwork and to unplug him and to say goodbye. That's a terrible situation. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Does Dre McRae seem like she's kind of a little on the crazy side? Yes, but I think we all have our weird crazies. And I know that that troll accused her of trying to kill him. Now, if that was the case, why on earth is she fighting so hard to keep him on life support and to keep him in being treated? I'm just going to throw that one out there. If that was the case, she was trying to unalive him. She would not be doing what she's doing. I'm convinced of it. So Molly Golightly, let me do a little background on Molly Golightly because Molly Golightly is problematic in her own way. Does she seem less problematic than KJ? Well, you make that decision. She showed up at the Laundrie's house, at Brian Laundrie's parents' house, and was yelling and carrying on and just being ridiculous on the sidewalk in front of Brian Laundrie's house. Now, she's also been on that same reality show that approached me, Wife Swap, and I haven't seen the episode, so I can't really say if she was the devil or not in that. But they always have a good edit, a bad edit. They always make somebody out to be the bad guy. And once you sign that contract, you have no control over what that will be. So she's done some things like that. Her coverage of the whole Chris Watts case was pretty bad. I don't know if she's married or not. I'm going to guess she probably is because I saw the house and I don't think she is really, well, I can't say. I don't know. Let me do what I do when I'm run up against something I have no control over, I have no real idea about. Let's consult the magic 8-ball. Is Molly Golightly supporting herself on her YouTube channel by herself? Most likely. It's about as much of a educated guess as somebody with tarot cards or whatever. She is married. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I'm sure she's making bank. And I'm not saying that's bad. People can make bank if they want. Now, the thing that I hold against her is A, she teamed up with that troll, and B, she was screaming at the laundry house. I thought that was kind of not good. We don't go real life. Going real life sucks. And 3, the thing she does that drives me the craziest is she eats. Oh, that's right. She didn't talk about her husband being a CPA. She eats our live streams. She eats on her live streams. And for me, that's problematic. I try not to ever do that. In fact, I got chewed out the one time I was picking at Todd. I was eating one of those cupcakes, these delicious cupcakes. They're similar to Hostess cupcakes, where I was making fun of Toad. And I was very carefully, slowly eating it. So that's one of my personal pet peeves. If she wants to eat and everybody's happy with that, girl, you work that fried chicken in your mouth. And it was funny because she was eating KFC and talking crap about KJ. She was having her KFC, her KFC meal. KFC is a treat here. When we go, we're in the big city, we'll say, KFC. So KJ was on her live stream and they were all chit-chatting and it was all fine and dandy. But the very next day, oh, karma, that would be difficult. I was a vegan for a while. I'm not gonna say a long while, when I was in my 20s, and it was hard. So after that live stream, the next day, when Molly Golightly was live streaming with this guy that she live streams with, whose name escapes me right now, she got a text from KJ. Oh, I forgot about her going to the Wells workplace and home and screaming. Yes. The Battle of the Lulz cows. Yeah, sort of what's going on here. So KJ email, she sent them a text message and said, "Look, I have this 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 recorded voice thing that you guys cannot use. This came to me from my super secret source." And it was pretty obvious that there was no super secret source. She was using something that everybody had access to and claiming yet again falsely that she had her unnamed sources. This is a tactic of hers. She used a bunch of information that I told her in secret. I told her in confidence and told her I was telling her in confidence as her insider stuff with the Duggars. Justice for all, not J is for justice. Yeah, justice for all. Yeah, that was the guy's name. Source, the voices in my head. True that. So when she sent that to Justice for All, Justin from Justice for All, and Molly Golightly, they started mocking her on the live stream, saying what we say. There's no individual source. It's just her making up shit again. I wonder how the pizza is down by you. I miss New Jersey pizza. Pizza's decent here, but you got to watch out where you're getting it from. I'm just going to say that. So she started mocking KJ, and then KJ came hard for her. KJ said a few nasty things, and then Molly Golightly has been making live streams where she's going after and calling out that troll, calling her out hard, and it's been funny to watch. Most amusing. Even when last night somebody came into our Pitchfork Nation and said, "You guys, you're all supporting Molly Golightly like she's not problematic." No. Nobody is doing that. Everybody is just enjoying watching that troll get called out for bad behavior by somebody with a bigger platform. We're all enjoying that because that is like sweet, I don't want to say revenge, but sweet, what was the German word for that? Schadenfreude. It amazes me Molly didn't know about KJ. Jan, I believe she probably did, but she probably thought that KJ may have had real evidence. Yes, Christine, I'm getting ready to say that. So KJ last night in this battle of one-upping came out with Molly Golightly's mugshot, various charges, and all kinds of lots of people. The Molly Golightly may not have as many subs as KJ, but we all know that a lot of KJ subs are purchased. They're not legitimate. So I don't doubt that the 70 is actually greater than the amount that KJ has because so many have been purchased, supposedly. Yeah. Schadenfreude. It's an excellent word. It's a German word. It means like shameful joy. Shameful joy. And that covers these sort of things. So she not only looked into Molly's background, she started just really pumping out there just horrible exposure stuff. And I laughed when I saw the mugshot, KJ. Let me tell you something. You put on there Louisiana County and then dash Orleans Parish. Girl, there are no counties in Louisiana. There are only parishes. So what? So she got arrested in New Orleans. My stepbrother's been arrested in New Orleans so many times that it's pathetic. New Orleans, Bourbon Street, the French Quarter, Mardi Gras liquor. It's an ad in the casinos, and it is a recipe for arrest. Who hasn't been arrested in New Orleans? Well, me, I've never been arrested in New Orleans because I've tried to play pretty nice. But I just looked at some of this stuff that she was saying, and it's like, Hey, Prairie, why would anybody even care that she was arrested in New Orleans? I saw the picture. It was obvious it was some kind of drunken something or other happened. She's wearing a really low cut little dress and was looking kind of rough. So what? Like I said, I've had to go bail my stepbrother out more times than you could count during Mardi Gras. One year, I remember we had to bail him out 3 times. He got arrested. Once for showing his twig and berries in a bar. And he has a substantial one, apparently. So, anyway, long story short, my weirdness and my weird family. And so she's showing all this. And this is, if someone goes to Nola at a party and doesn't get arrested, they're losing credibility with me. Prairie, yes, 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 yes. In fact, I had a family member who lives up here that their husband went down there for a conference and called her, and it was a comical conversation because the husband was so drunk he couldn't stand. He was walking along holding onto the walls. He'd apparently gotten a lap dance and not tipped the girl and was trying to figure out how to use the ATM to tip the girl. The girl was escorting him to the ATM. And I think later he ended up arrested for public intoxication. Molly was on wife swap. She tried to get on Housewives to pick up a Vegas franchise and almost got arrested on the Vegas Strip so much, and she will tell you in a heartbeat. Yeah, so Molly Golightly's history is out there. She's loud, she's proud, she says what she has to say. One thing I like about her is she owns her stuff. You know how AZ says, own thy nasty? Molly Golightly owns that stuff. So I can't really be mad at her for that. If you're going to do crazy things and you hide them, that's one thing. But if you do crazy things and you own them, that's a whole different ball game. And so KJ is trying to act like this is some kind of explosive thing, and she's already pulled it down. But a lot of people got screen caps, and I saw it when I got up this morning. The last time I threw a birthday party for an adult, the cops got called twice. Prairie, it happens. It happens, and that was not in NOLA. Yeah, I know. Dude, I've been at parties like that. I went to a party one time in downtown Baton Rouge, of all places, near the state capitol in the old town section. And I woke up the next day under a bush on the state capitol grounds. I didn't get arrested, but I had a good time. Let's just say that. And I wasn't the only one. There were various ones of us that were crawling out from under bushes and slept under the statue of Huey P. Long. Just all kinds of stuff. KJ is not new to the Molly Golightly party, but Molly Golightly gets as good as she gets, and I'm here for that. Amanda, same. She has trashed Molly Golightly in the past. She's just never tried to dox her. So KJ was in doxing mode last night, and she doxed the hell out, tried to dox the hell out of Molly Golightly, not realizing that Molly Golightly owns her stuff. She owns her nasty. None of this is any surprise to anybody who's ever followed her. Karma, I was back before I turned into an old lady who has to be in bed by 10 o'clock. I used to be a lot of fun before I got married. Why do you think KJ doesn't learn? How could she think posting Molly Golightly's mugshot would help? Aaron, I think that she believes in getting even. Now, notice she's never posted a mugshot of mine because there is not one. I've been very open about it. I've had 2 sort of almost arrests. One time when I was 16, when I was in a car full of idiots that were playing mailbox baseball. And I said, hey, don't do that. And the next thing you know, they did right in front of the sheriff's station, and we all got arrested. And then they dropped the charges against me because I was sitting in the middle. I wouldn't do anything. In fact, I oinked out the rest of them. Amy, I like her, even though she has some stuff that's not so good, but she owns it. I'm surprised no one has ever posted KJ's mugshot. I think somebody tried one time and got such pushback that they didn't do it. Or maybe it was just the arrest they found. I don't know. But like I said, go ahead, KJ. I had that not really an arrest. They didn't arrest me. And I had a pile of parking tickets in downtown Culpeper where I was living as high as a tree. That was the only other time I've been in trouble. At my age, my idea of a perfect Friday night is going to bed early and alone. Nobody, yeah, same. With a book in my hand. Oh, actually, no, not even a book. My iPad, so I can play old lady games that I can read. KJ is a common denominator in all of KJ's interpersonal problems. Prairie, that is right. I think there's something going on with her that she's some kind of obsessive compulsive person. She has to retaliate each and every time. She does not know how to be a friend. She doesn't know what friendship is. That's why she has no real friends. She wants people now to worship her, and that's just not going well. I went into her live stream yesterday afternoon and said, please stop calling yourself a journalist or a reporter because you have neither the education or the credentials. And I left it at that, and she hit block immediately. But enough people saw what I had to say, and they were liking it. So there was that. So will this get worse? I'm guaranteeing you that Molly Golightly will go scorched earth with KJ. And I'm here for that. Because it's about time somebody who really does not give a hoot goes after her. Somebody who has enough of a platform that they will have some traction. And apparently KJ is really upset right now because Molly Golightly helped Marvan's mother get an attorney, helped her get an attorney, helped out with fundraising, and yeah, so all of that. So she's claiming everything is public. That's her favorite thing. We all hate it. I don't like it. Karma Kid, I'm here for it too. I am here for it. I'm just petty enough to be here for it. Like I said, I don't really like talking about her, but every now and then we have to, because it's kind of like, I described her one time to somebody as like, if you saw a boiling vat, not even boiling, but like a lukewarm vat of mud, and there was a fat guy in it, and he was rolling around in the worms and eating the worms and all that, you would look and you would point and go, oh my God, look at that. Look at that guy with those worms. Even if he's chortling and eating the worms and smiling, you would still remark. And even if it's awful and you know he's loudly picking up diseases from mud and worms, you would do it. Molly Golightly, yeah, it sounds like KJ made a better match. She may have. It really made me mad that KJ refused to share exclusive audio with Molly and Justin after they spent 3 hours on KJ's live stream. Well, here's the thing. She can't claim that's exclusive, and she can't sue over that because it wasn't exclusive and she got it elsewhere. Exactly why she has to lie about where she's getting her information and her things, I don't know, except maybe to pretend that she knows everything and the rest of us don't know jack diddly squat, and people should only listen to her. So I'm gonna ask the Magic 8 Ball: will the feud between Molly Golightly and KJ continue? My sources say yes. So there you have it. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen next in this. Like I said, I'm not a huge Molly Golightly fan, but I do like that she owns her crap. That's the only way to be. We were talking about that, some girlfriends of mine yesterday. The only way that you can really function an adult and be an adult in this life is to apologize when you've done shit wrong. God knows I have certainly had to apologize and eat my share of crow. Even here, I've had to apologize for things I've said. So that is that's something that she can do that KJ cannot. It's gonna be the thing that undoes KJ in the long run. You know, the Todd Chrisley lawsuit is looming, and so is the 7M one. And the 7M is taking no prisoners. KJ has claimed that Todd tried to settle with her. I find that kind of hard to believe. But anything's possible. I haven't spoken to Todd Chrisley in a long, long time, so I'm not sure. I wish him and Julie the best. They certainly have their hands full with the federal stuff, if nothing else. But she seems to think that federal stuff has some kind of influence or effect on her lawsuit, and that's just not so. My sources say. Oh, Bossy. Oh, I love Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball is funny as hell. I'm sorry, it's raining here. And yeah, this is one of the few times it is not pouring here. It's beautiful sunshine. I'm waiting for the plumber. We purchased a tankless water heater, and I'm waiting for him to come install the damn thing. How to be KJ. Say my sources say and tell a bunch of lies. Repeat ad nauseum. Exactly. And number one fan, I'm looking forward to the 7M trial too. You know, I'm looking at that thinking, do I have enough points saved up with my various travel, everything to get a free flight? I'll bet I do. And cheap hotel room. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking about, I may travel for one of those trials just for the hell of it. And like I said, I knew her. I was her friend for a while. So to see it unfold in the courtroom would be a glorious, glorious thing. Plus, while I'm in Minnesota, I can check out some things I've always wanted to check out in that area. I've been thinking about going there because I want to do next summer a Laura Ingalls Wilder tour of all the places that she lived, all the little towns. My source. So I'm thinking about that. I'm considering it. It may be. If I could combine two and one, it would be perfect. If I could see the trial and then go and visit all the places where Laura Ingalls Wilder lived at once upon a time, it would be the most awesome thing on the planet. It would be fun. I thought about showing up for the Josh Duggar trial, but I figured that the seats in the viewing gallery would go quickly, and apparently they did. I need to hit the mall. Prairie. Oh yeah. You can come with. You can meet up. We can go to the Mall of America. I haven't been there in ages. We used to fly out there from DC for like $70 round trip. You could fly out first thing in the morning, walk around the Mall of America, and then late afternoon fly back to DC. I love to do that. I haven't been able to do that in ages. So I'm still waiting for the plumber. He's supposed to be here in 6 minutes. He was supposed to be here at 9 a.m. to install this thing. She would die. She would freak out. But and I have to see. I would have to hit a clothing store before. Right now, I'm splendidly attired with clothing with no holes and no stains. But by then, I'm sure it's going to be a different story. The Iowa Braid School is where one of the. Yeah, she did. She went to school there. Mary did. And she would just die. So I'm certainly considering that. And I got to tell you guys, not having hot water would be one thing, okay? But the water tank has gotten so leaky that we have to keep the water off most of the time. We turn it on just long enough to fill up all the gray water containers and to grab a couple of pitchers of water and take showers. That's it. And I'm eager. I've got laundry out the butt to do today when he finally changes that out. And I'm excited. I've been wanting a tankless heater for so long. I can't even begin to tell you guys. We don't use that much hot water, so it would work for us. And that's where I am today. That and telling off idiots for saying yet again, well, I don't understand why you left Tamarindo Church. It's just a little dog hair. Marcel, well, I'm going to have to one day have another rant about being disabled and have everybody talk about their ailments, because this is just, it's so hard to keep dealing with the same idiots saying the same idiotic things. And these are the same idiots that wanted me to go last night to bingo. And while I used to enjoy that pre-pandemic, I haven't been back. This was the first time they were holding it since the pandemic started. We have rates that are climbing here. And I'm not doing that. Even though Robert August gave away a custom surfboard last night, and I would have loved to have scored a custom surfboard for my son. They closed the school and pushed the services into local schools, which is good, but they took out the playground at school. Oh, yeah, I haven't been to the mall in a long, 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 long time. And used to be, they did have a roller coaster there. My son was little. My son is now 33 years old. So it's been a while. Okay, you guys, I am going to go ahead and go. Avoid anything you can do with KJ. I'm still waiting for her to go after me and to pull up my going to court over my pile of parking tickets. The time I had a traffic ticket, I fought in court. And the time that the IRS put a lien on us, we got into a pushy shovey with them because our broker reported the wrong information to them. And it took a while to straighten that out. And in the meantime, they swacked us with like a $60,000 fine. Oh, can you be? Yeah, yeah. If I can figure out how to use StreamYard, most definitely. Amanda, thank you. I am so tired of not having water during the day. It makes it hard to get anything done. The day that I was mopping the whole house, well, I mopped the whole house like 3 times in the week before my husband came home because there was mold everywhere when I got in. It was white powdery mold, but because we've never had a rainy season this rainy and the whole house was shut for over a month and we didn't have anyone come in and clean. And it turned out to be, yeah, I'm not worried about KJ. I'm more amused at this point. At this point, I'm just completely amused by everything she's doing. I'm still angry that she plagiarized a great deal of stuff from me, but I'm not happy with the rest of it is just nonsense. So expect more explosions and nonsense in this because I don't see Molly go lightly as somebody who's going to take anything KJ is doing lying down at all. Love you guys.